The Great Salt Lake is now becoming the Great Sandy Beach. Is it dying? Well, it sure ain't living it up like it used to. I mean, it was where thousands jumped in for most of the city's history. It is what you did. You went swimming as far back as 1847. We know it's what they did. In fact, in 1851, there was a Deseret News article about 150 wagons of pioneers going out to swim in the Great Salt Lake. Some of the very earliest film that we have of Utah is of this. Folks, lots of folks swimming in the Great Salt Lake. This hand-cranked film was taken in about 1916. Now, my late friend Bob Keller says, okay, it was great to swim in the lake, but there were some side effects.
The minute you got there, you'd head to the bathhouse, and you'd change your swimming suit quick. And then you'd lay on your back and paddle, because if you got it in your eyes, you talk about sting and burn, huh?
It's just hard to imagine what all this was like. The Garfield Resort was the first of 8 resorts, which were the places to go. Then came Lake Park and a few others. But Salt Air, it sank them all. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints floated the cash to float the folks starting in 1893. Float like a cork and feel like a million. Water is now at its balmy best. You can float like a cork, let's go swimming. You can't sink in this water. It's where you took the kids and you took Grandpa and came out day after day. 70 years ago, the state publicity department was pushing the lake as a must-see.
Here is an experience you find hard to believe until you see it. Also one which every visitor should try at least once.
And so close to the city. Why, Sunset Beach seemed to advertise that it was just past the salt ponds, a block from the airport, and maybe 2 blocks from the Mormon temple.
We learn of a whole group of girls going out for a day-long party at Sunset Beach, so we invite ourselves along. And what a day it is.
By the way, can you count how many motor vehicle violations we see in this state film? Probably as many violations as we see in the boat in this state film. Now, there are all kinds of legends, such as that you could read the paper while floating. Most of these legends are all wet. Probably they were legends spread by the state advertisers.
The choo-choo train is a great success, too, since we're admitting a bit of slapstick.
What happened to the crowds and the trains? Well, a 1960 newspaper said Utah's inland sea becomes enigma. Great Salt Lake disappoints visitors. Put more bluntly, big stink. Will saltwater resorts around the country declined? People took their cars to theme parks instead of the trains to beaches. And Salt Air, it closed and later burned to the ground in 1970. But there was a day, and oh, quite a day. And today it's true once again. The inexperienced should avoid diving because it's now a beach.
Well, they used to say you could float like a cork. And indeed, that's what they used to do out here. Float like corks. And indeed, on warm summer days, they would do it by the hundreds.
Craig Wirth, ABC 4 News.